Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Saturday Challenge, and today we have Long Lost Family. This is a docu-series reality show. It is from 2017. It's 2 seasons, about 22 episodes or so, and it's about families being reunited, often due to the fact that the mother has had to give the child up for adoption. And the sometimes basically I think they take it from two different directions for each episode. I only watched the one episode, the first episode, and it's either the story of a child who had been adopted, given up for adoption, and wants to find their birth mother or birth parents, or usually it's a birth mother. Or you have a parent who had to give their child up for adoption, and they want to find what happened with their child. And there's a lot of research that goes into this, and it's hosted by these two people right here, Lisa Joyner and Chris Jacobs, both of which who were also adopted or given up for adoption in their youth. And so this is a very personal story for them, and it gives them kind of a perspective to go through and do all the research. I'm sure there's other people who do the research and do all the real work and everything else behind the scenes, but they do the visual aspect because they're the attractive people who are on camera, and then type things and go to computers at local libraries in Arizona or New York or California, wherever this takes place. So just so you know, it is those elements of a reality show. There's almost zero chance that these people are like, oh, you know what? When I'm not on camera, I'm just doing the hard journalistic behind the scenes work where I'm just hitting all the databases and cross referencing. And no, there's a team. That's why there's a production team behind this series. So let's get that out of the way. So remember, reality shows are not real. There's nothing about reality shows that are real. A little bit maybe, but not much. However, this is obviously, these people are not actors that are being reunited, that are seeking their child or their parent. These are real stories. You can tell that they're not, either they're the not actors or they're the greatest actors ever, because how they react is sad and joyful at the same time. When they talk about the circumstances that led them, like the parents, the mother, why do I keep saying parents? The mother who has to give up their child. It's heartbreaking. Many cases, I can't. So far, I can't picture a scenario in any of these situations. It's always been some sort of tragic story on either side of the situation. The ones being sought or the ones seeking to find. And when it comes to the children, it's again, while they may have gone over their lives raised by great parents that adopted them and created families of their own and have a life and treated their adopted parents as their actual parents 100%, and they are in every way, shape, or form except biologically. There's a lot of motion in this. So yeah, don't imagine. I'm not saying for a bit that any of this emotion that's in this is fake. It's not. It can't be, and it would be cruel, I think, for them to focus on people who are just going to pretend or act like they gave up their child or their parents gave them away. No. And I'm sure each of the circumstances and stories are different. They're obviously not going to probably tell stories where, no, I don't want to meet, and because that would kind of not provide any kind of real closure to the story and would be pretty sad and make the episode that much shorter. So I could be wrong, but it's a TLC series, by the way, that is somehow on Disney Plus. So if you want to just sort of, if you have experienced this yourself, if you've had to give up a child for adoption, or if you've been given up for adoption yourself, this might help you process some feelings, regardless of whatever your situation is when you think about your circumstances as a result of that adoption. It's 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 the kind of thing that just gets you a little misty eyed here in the corners, because yeah, it's not something that just is a light fun trip. What you do get in this, beyond the sweet joyful sadness that is sort of built up, is at the end, at least in this episode, and I imagine many episodes after it, people find closure. And there's not always a situation where, you know, somebody's going to find the closure they want in real life, not filmed for television. You get to see in this first episode a mother reunited with her daughter that she had to give up. A son reunited with his mother that she had to give up. And yeah, and this is in many cases. This first episode is called. I was waiting for this call 45 years, because this is how long it has been since these people had that opportunity to reconnect with that parent or child. There are other resources other than reality television to do this, obviously, but not everybody has the resources or the time or the money or anything else that goes into doing all this work. Sometimes it feels like there's an Ancestry might be sponsoring this. I don't know, because there's a reference to it at least once or twice in this. But yeah, we could do this on our home on our computers to a certain degree, but sometimes you have to go a few more steps to really bring it home, and you always don't know how that other person that you're seeking out is going to react. In this series, that is what Lisa and Chris are about. They create that buffer. They test the range of the production team does. They make the phone calls. They make the connection. Say, hey, your mother's looking for you. Your birth mother is looking for you, or your child that you gave up for adoption 40, 50 years ago wants to find you. They would like to communicate with you. And yeah, there's some people, I can see that can be an upsetting element to somebody's life, especially if some of these circumstances are not known to others in their own personal lives. There is no such drama so far in this first episode, except for the dad of the son, who is just a little bit like, this is really messing with me. Like, it's us three. We're your parents. And the son is like, yes, you are my parents, regardless of how this is. And you do get a kind of a wrap up at the very end as to what happened after that initial meeting. So it's not just, hey, we met, we cried a little bit, we hugged, and we got to catch up as to how and why and who we are. That's great. Will they want to continue afterwards? Well, in this case, I'm going to spoil it. Yes, they don't, like, they're not part of their lives 100% all the time, because they've lived apart this long. There's no desperate sense that they need to change their lives to incorporate into each other. Many of them just will meet every so often, go on vacation together, or maybe meet for their birthday or for a holiday or once a year or something like that. And that's good. At least it's a really good start. And they get to meet maybe other members of the family. So it's a good initial step to discovering new things. I do appreciate the fact that there's no recreation, like nobody's acting out, I'm pregnant as a teenager and I have to give up child because my mother says it's shameful. Like, there's none of that crazy, weird, awful drama made up. There's lots of photos and things that people offer up to provide context, which is nice, and you get to see that they're human beings, sometimes caught in really difficult situations, making really difficult choices. But do not envy those mothers, either in those moments or in those moments when they are coming into contact with the people that they had to give up early in their lives for whatever reason. So yeah, this is definitely going to hit you right here. So if you can handle that kind of thing, definitely give this a shot. There's also a UK version of this. It came out before this, probably about 5 years before this series, with different hosts. So you might find both of them somewhere on different channels, but the US version is the one that's on Disney Plus right now. So let's this thing reset itself when I plugged it in. I know what's going to happen, but I always forget to press the button to set things up faster. Come on, load. Good grief. It's taken a while. It's a big document. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 91. There it is. And as I said yesterday, at least 80 or almost 80 out of the 150 items we have left in this quarter are documentaries. We could literally go, well, documentaries, reality, live productions, concerts, things like that. We could literally go almost all 3 months just documentaries. Almost. We're not doing that though. But we are doing it tomorrow when we watch No Taste Like Home with Anthony Porowski. I think I said that right. Antoni Porowski. Okay. I have a feeling, by the way, they added for this quarter a lot of food and a lot of home-related documentaries, like house hunting and things like that. And there's a lot of cooking stuff added to Disney Plus for some reason, more than any other quarter I've seen in the since I've done this. So we're going to find a lot more reality series. So this one's No Taste Like Home with Anthony Porowski. That's what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.